How's it going, guys? Welcome to the second video in my series of how to kind of improve your Titanfall game. Now, not everyone can be a Tony Mo or a Butterbar Gaming, but with a little bit of effort, getting yourself in the best conditions you possibly can, anyone can do fairly decent. So, kind of looking at the last game, I did okay. I wasn't that great. But the next day, I played a couple of rounds, which I think I might have for the next couple of videos, where I turned the lights off down in the basement. So at that point, I no longer had the glare on the screen. Now here, I didn't realize that another pod had already dropped right behind me. I thought I had more room. I thought it was 2 pods that dropped in that area, and then they started dropping off the bridge. That was my screw up. But at least an enemy didn't get my kill. So I lost money, but I didn't lose it to the other team. Now that's something that really sucks and infuriates me right now, is whenever you're playing this, you lose half your money and they get all of it. So I could go on a giant tear, killing just about everyone, and at the last second, some joker who has not even landed a single bullet on an enemy could just happen to stumble across me while I'm looking the opposite direction and gets all this credit for everything. So say I had $200, they've had 0 the entire time, but I go to the bank, they get me all of a sudden, and bam, they get $100, and all my work is worth half that, just because the banks aren't open. I feel like a small change that could work is if the banks were not closed the entire wave, because there's no real choice of, do I risk, do I risk this amount of money that I've got, or do I go bank it now? That isn't an option. It would be much, in my personal preference and my personal opinion, it would be better if this game type had 2 banks, one at the far opposite ends of the map, and the enemies pop up in the different spots. So you can choose to go back to a bank, but you're gonna have the problem of you can't help out your team at the time, you know? So, it is what it is. Also, to all of you out there who play Titanfall or want to play Titanfall, please, if you see people rodeoing other Titans, just get rid of them. Like, shoot them off the tops, because it would help so much if the whole team was watching each other's backs and helped each other out. So, with this, I'm kind of showing just the general fact that just a single night difference and me turning the lights off so that I wasn't fighting a glare is going to be the difference in gameplay. So I'm kind of just going to comment on the observations, the opinions, what I was thinking, and stuff like that. So the whole point of this is just to show the difference that one little thing can make. I mean, there could be also luck involved, you know, you play against people who aren't as good or whatever the case is. But the first time that I was playing, I knew immediately this glare is killing me. So I would like to attribute this one at least to the glare reduction. So right there, I want to make another point. A, that sucks. I got popped by a tone. But B, if you have a battery, find a buddy as quickly as possible. It helps extend the life of your Titan, or their Titan, and ideally they'll bring you a battery later on and you can get yours extended at that point. So, you know, work with your teammates. You are not fighting this alone. So I tried to back out of that smoke. I just couldn't get out of it in time. Which is funny because I never get any kills with my smoke. Ever. People always jump out of it. Which actually brings me to another thing. talking about the whole Titans needing help getting people off their back. Whenever I played TitanFall 1, this is one mechanic that I do not like. I do not like this. I wish that you took the battery. Yes, that would be good. But the fact that you are only on a Titan for about 4 seconds is absolutely ridiculous. So right there, I tried to, pop someone from the other side. But in the first Titanfall, rodeoing worked by you jump on a Titan, you then pull a panel off of them, and then you start shooting their exposed, hardware at that point. Titanfall 2, complete opposite. You jump on, you take their battery for the first time. Then you jump off. That's it. After that, anytime that you jump on, you chuck a grenade in their exhaust port, their battery, the spot that the battery was being held, that you just opened up. I don't know why I said exhaust port. My brain's not working right now. Sorry, I plead the fifth. But with this mechanic being that you only get, a couple of seconds. See, this is 4 seconds, maybe, right there, for me to take that battery. But my whole thing is, the first Titanfall, whenever someone started rodeoing you, what you would do is you would hop out of your Titan, and then you would shoot them. In the second one, there's no point in you getting out, because by the time you actually finish the exit animation for a Titan, they've already finished chucking a grenade or taking your battery. So unless you have smoke or friends, a rodeo is basically a guarantee to get everything. Also, yay, another tone. Actually, it's probably the same tone. But that's just one thing that personally I look at it and I say I wish it was more like Titanfall 1 in that regard. They've made a lot of improvements. They've done a great job, but just there's not as good of countermeasures for rodeoing. You get a smoke that might or might not be useful, but that's it. Half the time, whenever I pop a smoke, it hits them for 3 seconds, and they're still alive at the end of it all. So I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to kill anyone that's rodeoing me, because they almost always get the battery, and I'm never able to kill them. However, I do see Butterbar and Tony Mo able to. I don't know how these guys do it. Probably just time and knowing how the exit path from the animation is, but they are able to consistently turn around at the point that the person jumps off and just pound them into pulp. I don't know how they manage that, but they do. I wish I could, but it is what it is. You gotta deal with what you got. Now right here, I come up here and I wait because someone was shooting me with a gun, not a Titan, not anything like that. So I was expecting them to chase me. If my years playing Halo and Call of Duty teach me anything, it's that people like to chase their prey. I apologize. Again, the lag is, I don't know why it lagged, but in the future I'm making sure that the CPU is gonna stay at a good number throughout the whole thing. So anyways, with all this, I just wish that they had a little more counter rodeo measures in place. I wish that they were able to do, instead of an electric smoke cloud, you were able to do a simple rodeo, or your chassis. Also, look at this damn reach. I thought for sure I was in that door whenever he was that far away, but no, his punch reached me a mile away, and that pissed me off so bad, because look at how much money I had. Anyways, so And then this type of shit happens to me all the time. I hate bounty hunt for that reason. I'll have a ton of money, I'll die once, lose half of that. Then on the way back to it, I'll get just pop shotted from somewhere else and lose the other, or half of that half. So anyways, point is, that I can't even think of where I was. Damn. Oh yeah, I wish that there was a chassis electrocution option where you don't kill them, but you basically stun them onto the chassis for, you know, 5-10 seconds, something like that. So either you can actually hop out and get them, or a teammate can get them. So like, you know, someone pops on the back of your Titan, you just go, none of that. Chassis electrocution. They're now stunned. Of course, this would take like a higher percentage or whatever, but point is, I hate this guy so much. He grapples up behind me and just fucks my day up. Anyways, so a guy hops on your chassis. You're like, no, I've got 70% charge or 50% charge or whatever it takes. Bam, chassis electrocution. Now they're stuck on there for a while. You at that point go, alright, cool. Hop out. You know, R201, whatever your gun of choice is. Also, look at that fucking luck of timing. That thing drops on me. I throw my star to try and hit his buddy. It bounces off the protective shell and then hits me and kills me. I am the bad luck Brian of video games. But anyways, or the alternative to me hopping out is guy jumps on my back. I'm at that point able to, you know, electrocute. I've got my buddy Butterbar on the team. I'm like, hey, get this guy off my chassis. Butterbar swings over. Brrr, he gets the kill. He gets the money for the bounty hunt or whatever it is that he's getting, and it's done, you know. Right there, I thought I was going to be able to get by, but apparently this guy did see me, and I got totally destroyed. Now, I would have ended the video here. By the way, just, you know, this is just me rambling on the ideas of what they could do for this stuff. But, anyways, I digress. So, I left this part in right here because look at this person in their Scorch. Watch this part right here. This is ridiculous. I'm watching this and I'm just like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, he's got his shield thing up that will damage if he's right up in the guy's face. But he sits there with his shield just out of reach for the entire duration of the shield. And then he still gets the kill. I would have been dead in 3 seconds. Anyways, so this is the end of the match. I wanted to thank you guys for watching. Please let me know what your thoughts on all of this is. Maybe you guys think that a chassis electrocution is a good idea. Maybe you don't. But click the videos and, you know, I'll see you guys next time.